This mystical root vegetable from Peru has traditionally been used to improve mood and libido, and there is some literature in women showing that it can increase estrogen and because of this may improve some symptoms of menopause. In the study we're covering today, the researchers wanted to see if maca could improve libido and mood. Let's see what they did. Not the strongest methods, truthfully. Methods make the study. You can do all the statistical gymnastics in the world and find great numbers, but if the study's not set up well, you really can't take much out of it. What was wrong here? It was a randomized controlled trial with crossover, but they didn't explain the randomization. They didn't screen the subjects beforehand for the symptoms they were looking for. They did it after finding them. Pretty small sample at only 16, and 2 of them didn't complete the trial. They didn't do power calculations beforehand to figure out how big of a sample they would need for what they were looking for. When they did the crossover, they had no washout period. So for 6 weeks, 7 women took 3.5 grams of maca per day, and the other 7 took capsules filled with white rice flour, but when they switched, they just switched. So the new placebo group presumably still had maca floating around in their systems for some time in the second 6 weeks. They also checked a bunch of measures, but didn't really name a primary outcome. All that said, they do point out near the end of the paper that their results are of a preliminary nature and need confirmation using a larger sample size. Good for them for being aware, I guess? They measured a few hormone levels including estrogen, LH, and FSH. They did use a well-validated scale called the Green Climacteric Scale to evaluate effects of their intervention on menopause symptoms. So that's a positive at least. So not the strongest setup, but what did they find? A bunch of stuff. They didn't find any changes in hormone levels, but noted that they were underpowered because of their sample size to detect anything but a very large difference. They did find some differences in menopause symptoms, including roughly 30% average reduction of anxiety and depression and a smaller reduction in sexual problems. But remember, the methods were on the weak side, so the conclusions we can draw from the study are not really conclusive and should be used to stimulate more research on the topic. It's not crazy if you want to try it, but talk to your doctor first to see if it's safe for you. If you learned anything today, please help us out by hitting the like button. Here's our video about maca and male libido if you want to learn more.